Hello, everyone. It's your girl, the Melanated Minimalist. And if you are new to my channel and you have never been here before, guess what? This is all about living a simple life, enjoying your life, and not to clutter up your life. The minimalist lifestyle is not just a 1 fork, 1 spoon, 2 pair of pants, 2 shirts. It's about all living simple from the inside out. That's including your heart, your mind, and your soul. All right, guys. So welcome. And for those who are returning to my channel, welcome back. All right, guys. So we are on our walk and talk as always. And as you guys can see, remember I said that my backdrop has changed a lot. You may have seen the tropical trees, the tropical palm trees, the tropical setting, because that was my Florida life. Then you might have saw another setting that was more, I don't know, was Texas life for a little bit, just a little bit, maybe like 59 days to be exact. And now I'm out here and I'm not disclosing exactly where I am only because of some things are going on. But hey, we're here, right? So guys, I wanted to talk to you today about, should you move in order to get to the next? So a lot of people may have seen me and talk, or maybe seen me speaking about moving and going somewhere and going to a new place. And guys, you know what? You got to know which is the best thing for you. I mean, sometimes we get caught up and we go, like for me, I'll go do salary.com and go look up all the different salaries that it may be about in different cities or for your occupation. And my thing is this: go what resonates in your spirit, your soul. Right now, I am visiting a dear friend and I'm staying with her and we're just having, chilling time. She works, has her own business and everything. And I'm, doing some things as well. But I wanted to say that it's so important to know what is good for you. A lot of times we may run off to another city, a state, or somewhere in between or whatever. And we're like seeking this solace that we really, really want to be there. And then deep down inside, we know this ain't the best place for me. So sometimes you got to remove yourself from the situation. Okay. So for me, I really did think relocating to a new state such as Texas was going to be like my answer to everything, even down to the relationship. And it didn't work out. It was so much more. It's deeper than I can really talk about maybe on this channel, because I think this channel may not be the best for me to really relate to that. But then again, minimalized living, right? But so moving to Texas, I don't know if you guys knew, I moved there, and it's just a huge state. The city that I was a part of for a short time was Dallas. And I was even going to start a career in teaching there. And the salary was really good. I mean, for a teacher, it was a really good salary. And as I said, knowing what I know and where I am and who I am, it wasn't the best fit for me. Okay. If you guys know anything about me, I do not like driving. I mean, to a certain extent. But if I could have it my way, I wouldn't drive as far to my job, so workplace or whatever. If I could have it my way. I mean, heck, I would have a remote position. I would love to teach from a remote situation and not even be a part of traveling back and forth anywhere. But back to, relocating and deciding if this is the best fit, you got to really, really do your research. I think it's so important to do your research. I think you got to really go out there. I know a lot of people might even think about this, but they really need to go out wherever they want to live. I say get an Airbnb. If you could do a week at an Airbnb or what have you, stay for a week in the area that you want to live in or near where you want to live. And you should take, get a car rent and go back and forth and see how it feels to be in the traffic at that time that you would, quote unquote, normally go to work if you're going to be working at a location. I think that's important. I think that you should really, really think about that. You should say, you know what? I love this traffic for staying in the traffic for 4 hours or an hour, not 4 hours though, but at least an hour, right? Or 45 minutes to 50 minutes each way. Putting putting an extra hour on your time each way forth is a lot on your body, a lot on your, it really is. It really is a lot when you are traveling in your car. Guys don't know it's the wear and tear on your body, not just your car, but your body, because you're sitting in traffic. To me, that almost, no disrespect, it's a time waster for me. But hey, some people have to do it. That's why I say it's so important for you to understand what you really desire, what you really want, what you truly seek for your next. And if you have children, you got to look at all that. You got to look at your schools. You got to look and see if this is the best school for my children. It's the best area for my children. And sometimes it's not always good to get involved in things or cities or wherever and live in the lowest area because it's not healthy. May not be the best fit for your family. Okay? In my minimalist living, I think for me, I don't need a whole lot. I don't require a whole lot of things, even down to the apartment. Because, I get on, I think her name is Wayna's World. Anyway, shout out to Wayna's World. I think she does this living in an apartment, how to do it and live, like a nice lifestyle inside of an apartment. She gives pointers. She does home interior. She does decorating, all that in an apartment. And she's just really showing you can live in an apartment and, do whatever. Yeah, the apartment rents are more expensive now because of everything, right? Inflation, everything, whatever you want to call it, recession, whatever. I'm going to demonetize for that. But just everything is more expensive. But you got to have a decent place to lay your head. And whatever that looks like for you. So many, I shout out to the introverted nomad. I love watching her. She talks about, she's living in her van. She has an RV van, like a Winnebago style with a shower and all that good stuff. And she parks and just, goes to sleep wherever. She finds strategically where to go. But she also works full time. She works like 10, 12 hours a day. I can't remember her exact hours, but she works quite a bit. And she's retired military, had a house, sold it, and bought the van, and then she has her own car. And she has a storage. And so she lives that type of life. But she says she doesn't really care for people. She really don't do people like that. So for her, it works. Will it work for everybody? Probably not. But I will say this, that she has developed a certain lifestyle. And for me, I look at van videos all day long. Not all day, but if I could, I would. But to me, it's relaxing. But to see people live a certain life, or to see one young lady, I forgot how much she saved, like on $100,000 within 2 years. She saved like $160,000. She paid all her debt. And she was living in her van or her car. I can't remember exactly. But quite a few people are doing that. They're living in their vans. They're living in their cars because they have certain things they want to, do with their life. So when you're thinking about moving or to make decisions on where to go and where to decide to live, you have to always look at, is this the lifestyle I love? Okay, for me, I love decorating, having my own space, putting the candles wherever you want and coming in and smelling good. And guys, I will be very honest. While I was in Florida, I live very low key in the sense of even down to my salary. I did not push for this big, going back into my field, which is my background. I have a BA degree in sociology, and I could say a minor in criminology because I really love criminology at the time. But yeah, definitely I was considered under the radar for living the way I lived. And I think for me, it worked for me. I enjoyed it, but I do know I can do more, and I know that I can. It's not even an option not to do more. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we can be caught up thinking, yeah, we can just do this. No, I can make a lot more money. I actually have an invitation to have an interview for a case management position in Florida. And the salary, the talent acquisition person gave me, it's okay, but I want more. And I can ask for more, right? You can ask for more. But again, where do you want to live? How do you want to live? Do you want to live in a tropical area? Do you want to live in a place that has water nearby? Do you want to live in a place that has mountains, a blue sky, greenery like this right here? Do you want to live like that? I mean, you got to make a decision on where. And some people, you say, hey, I want to just stay where I'm living. I grew up here. I know this place. I love it here. My hometown, I almost was wanting to move back home. My mother kind of convinced me like, yo, no, this is not a good deal. And it's, her and my dad, it's not good for me to move back home. It's that I'm a grown woman. But not only that, she just don't think it would have been good for me. I don't think it would have been good for me either. But I was going through something personally. And I was like, yo, what am I going to do? I don't want to live in this state. And I am not ready to return to my tropical paradise because everything was not in place. But lo and behold, I have such great friendships and people who care about me and love me. And met, met people along the way, but just someone opened up their home to me, and boom, now that you see, I am here in this beautiful place too. Will I be here forever? No, I gave myself like a timeline. I won't go into details about the timeline. I'll just say it's a timeline of where I want to be by this time, this date. I want to make sure all my credentials are in place. I have everything that I need before I move out, and to be in a place where, where I can feel comfortable with my life, meaning, and I don't mean comfortable to the point where I, just barely make it. I'm talking about where I go, I want to have my own place, my own apartment, because right now I have to get an apartment, all that. Okay, would I consider living in a van if I had it? Yeah, I probably would. SUV or something. You never say never. You never say never. You never want to discount anything. But if it meant me saving a couple $1,000s for a few weeks, even a whole month, and save that was extra $2,000 or $3,000, or maybe $4,000 saving because I'm not living in a place, I do it. You know why? To put me ahead. And so you got to be very careful how you want to live. Some of you who are single, you have to say, if you're in a relationship, again, thinking, would you be willing to move across to another area if you're long distance? Or would you rather just stay where you are? I think minimalism, simple lifestyle, it gives you such a great opportunity because you're not tied down to saying, oh, I got to keep all this stuff. I know for me, moving to where I am right now, I was able to even downsize even more. Because thank God for my mom, she is one of those people, but she was like, girl, get rid of the things you don't have to. My other dear friend who I live with here, she was like, girl, whatever you don't have, you can get back. So, your special memories or something like that. But other than that, everything else I can get back. And I had to look at life like that, because if you don't, surely, truly, you will always be thinking, I got to keep this, and that. And it's not like that. It's not like that, guys. You don't have to keep everything. You have to say, what am I willing to sacrifice? I know people got storage rooms, storage closets, storage houses, whatever. That's a money maker. I might need to look into that, as a side hustle, a small business. But people got loads and loads of things that they want to get rid of, but they don't even know what to do, how to go about it. They're thinking to themselves, wow, I want to move, but I got all this stuff. And if I move, I got to pay. No, get rid of some of the things you want to pay as much. Trust me when I say you will be less a burden if you choose to, get rid of things and put those things to the opportunity where you won't have to have as much. And I think that is one of the reasons why so many people just don't do well when it comes to just making decisions. Because we tend to think we got to have everything. Everything perfect. Everything don't have to be perfect. It doesn't. Everything don't have to be perfect, y'all. But what you want to do is make decisions. What you want to do is say, what's a plan? What's another plan of action? For me, coming here, I would never thought I'd be in this area where I'm living right now. Why? Because it wasn't even on my trajectory or on my radar. It was never. That's why you never know what God has for you. You never know where He would allow you to be. You never know. That's why you got to be careful when you talk to God. You say, God, whatever it takes to deliver me from a certain situation or a certain lifestyle or certain things that is not of God, that if you're truly seeking Him and He's showing you this is not the way, He will put you in a whole nother way, a whole nother place, and say, now try me. He will do it. Now try me. And He will show you more than He can tell you the way. And you be like, God, this ain't that bad. You really showing me some things. You really are showing me things. You're showing me that I can do all things through you. And you know what? Just be ready. So if that means decluttering, that means giving away things, that means changing, find a skill set that you can take with you when you travel. I know for me, getting teacher certification, I know a lot of people say don't do teaching, but it is what it is. It is a profession that is never going to go away. People will still need it all the time. It's just perfected. You make decisions on how you want to teach or what area you want to teach in. If you have that degree, and if you don't have a degree, that's another opportunity. You know what I mean? Nursing, another opportunity, search skill set, boom. Go anywhere you can get a job. Anything IT, I still want to seek IT. All these different things that you can do, engineering, law, doctor, medical field, any of those things, you can go anywhere and get a position quick and make great money. I mean, I just spoke to a traveling nurse while I was here at the gym. And she is from Panama City, Florida. But she's here working the ER here, right here in the area I'm at, right? And she was saying, man, there's so many, things happening in this city, bad stuff. And this city's a small city, but they get bored. And they do crazy stuff, right? And she said, man, I see so many gunshot wounds. I see this, I see that. And per capita versus Chicago. I mean, she was giving me the rundown. I'm like, girl, I really started looking at that too. And the area where I'm, residing in, it's really a quiet little small area. But again, people going to do what they're going to do, right? But again, you got to make a decision. What kind of lifestyle do you want? Do you want to live below? Do you want to live above? And if you have to live above, you're going to have to make more money. I was just listening to The Upgrade. I love what she said. She said, stop trying to, budget. That's good. No, you got to make more money. You just got to make more money. And my expenses are low. I don't really have a lot of expenses, so that's why I can live a certain way. But what I'm going to learn, what I know is that once I bump up back into my quote unquote grade A service, meaning getting back to my field, I can make more money and I'll live a better lifestyle, better benefits, retirement, all that. But it was just someone encouraging me. And top two people to encourage me, I would think, is my mother and my former husband. He was just like, yo, you got this, you can do this. And my ex-person that I was a part of, with him, he did encourage me to get into teaching and all that. And I had bucked it for a while, but he was like, yo, it's a good way to make some money, and you're always going to have your paycheck, and you always, and I listened. That was one of the good things I took away. That was a good takeaway from that person. Now, everything was a good takeaway, but that was a good takeaway. And I think God used that. God uses all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I'm out here walking, get my walk on, because I'm not currently positioned yet. I got some interviews coming up, but until then, I have made myself busy. Not busy in a way that you're not doing what you're supposed to, not being productive, but looking up things, whether it be on YouTube or seeking out new information, things of that nature. Taking care of my health. I think that's number one priority, especially when you are dealing with whatever you're dealing with. Your health is so important. And I think that's another thing for me, is that I have to keep moving, not get stagnant, not just say, what the heck, I'm not working, I'm just laying in the bed. I cannot lay in the bed all day. Some people, I don't know, they can, I guess. But anyway, I digress. But going back to, moving for positioning or elevation, yeah, you got to consider stuff. If the area you live in does not offer anything such as, elevation to more money, then you may have to look at the area and say, you know what, this might not be the best area for me. Or if you got something remote, amen, because remote, you can do a lot. My daughter works remotely, and she loves it. Although I think I could sit in the house all day. I'll have to go to a Starbucks or something, but she's like into IT, on the entry level IT, but still makes great money and doing what she does and able to take care of her family. But yeah, I guess you have to, like I said, study it out, look at the different things you can do. And if you don't have those things in place before you move, go ahead and get them in place. That way, when you move, you got it in place. I mean, I was looking forward to an opportunity living in, Texas, getting my certification through a program that was going to pay for me to get certified. I wasn't going to make that salary that I wanted immediately. It was going to take at least 6 months. Let me see. Yeah, about 6 to 7 months before I could even get to that salary. So it was not like they were going to give me the money as soon as I walked through the door. It does take some time. But the point is that I was going to be certified. And I still can get certified. That's the thing. I can still get certified. I still can do the things I need to do. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about rushing any of the process. I think you got to be able to say it's okay not to rush the process. I think we rush the process because we want things our way, when we want it, how we want it, and that's it. And sometimes we rush too much, and guess what happens? You end up with less. You have more stress. You don't feel as good about yourself, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So to all my melanated minimalists, guys, seriously, real talk. This is the fourth quarter. This is the end. 2022 is almost ending, and 2023 can be even better. But you got to decide, what do I want in my life? You know, I want to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, you got to do something about it. You got to move your body. You got to eat better. You got to sleep better. You got to drink more water. Right? You can't just talk about it. You can talk about it. You got to be about it. If you say, I want to get closer to God, how are you doing? Are you praying? Are you reading your Bible? Are you listening to, podcasts or audio, anything that's related to, knowing Jesus, knowing God? Think about it. You want to be in a good relationship, a nice, beautiful relationship that's not narcissistic or crazy, so many different levels of narcissism I didn't even know. But I guess I'm learning. But that's another thing. You got to say, what does a healthy relationship look like? Am I healthy? And if you're not, go get some help. I don't know about BetterHelp, but a lot of people have talked about it on their different podcasts or anything. They said BetterHelp. I think it's called BetterHelp.com. Amen if it is. And for those who are working that, amen on that. BetterHelp, if you're out there, hit me up. I'll be talking about you more. But yeah, those are the things you got to think about prior to making major decisions. I thought, in the back of my mind, I kind of didn't know, but I kind of did know. I kind of thought, this might be the, opportunity. I can, move here and, get married, have a lovely life. But the other side of me, deep down, said, this might not be the best move. This might be the person you need to be with. Why? Because everything wasn't smooth. See, when things are smooth and not chaotic, to me, that's from God. When things are very chaotic, very confusing, feel a lot of disheartening, feel a lot of heaviness, that's not from God. And I'm saying this because any of those, my melanated people, melanated minimalist ladies, if y'all think about moving, relationship-wise, whatever, make sure if you are, you have a connection with a God, Jesus, that you are praying, fasting, whatever you got to do, whatever that looks like for you, and know, is this the right deal for me? Is this the right way for me to live? Should I live this way? Is this going to be the person I need to be with? And don't deny that inkling, that little funny feeling in your tummy, at the bottom of your stomach. You might think, this is not the right person. It's not the right situation. I got to rethink this thing. Yeah, do you know that's not it? That's all I'm saying. Because this year for 2023, this is going to be the year of authenticity, loving yourself more than you love other people, God first, seriously, your family and all that. But seriously, don't get involved in situations that you know are not healing, that are not from the God, that you can really feel it, that you'll know. And understand how you working, how it's looking, okay? So go ahead, and this week I want you guys, I actually saw a book, journal today. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm gonna go get it eventually. Walgreens. It's called the 100, my bucket list, my 100 things I have on my bucket list. And it broke it down like 100, like number one. What is my bucket? When did I do it? How did I do it? How did I feel? Why did I choose this? I thought that was pretty cool. I love journal. I'm a journal girl. I thought that was so cool. It's so cute. It's a little book, and you just write about your bucket list and things you want to do. Like, one of mine is to go to Bali and Africa. Those are two things I definitely want to go to. I've never been to Dubai, but I've heard it was beautiful. I've never been to Colorado. Want to go there. Hawaii. I mean, just got so many places. I love travel, and I want to learn more and more of how to travel on a budget. And I think I do pretty good. I think I do really well when I do travel of some places. And I'm going to learn more, and I can educate you guys on different tips. So part of my minimalist channel will be all about also saving money too, because that's a part of minimalist living. They don't have to have a lot of money because they live smaller, in the sense of they don't need as many things. The more things you need, the more items you carry or have to have. Bigger the house, bigger the car, designers or whatever. That's when you got to spend more money. And you be like, Lord, let me reconsider my life. Yeah, so go ahead and really think about that this week, y'all. Where do you want to live? How do you want to live? If you're living where you want to live, amen, you're in a good place. And if you guys have seen my channel for the months that I have been on my YouTube channel, you've seen me walking and talking and how I shared about different things. And you can go back and look at all those videos. I don't have that little thing where you go to the right or to the left, but you can go back and check up all my playlists of all my videos and my lifestyle and what I encourage and what I've shared. And making sure, like I said, if this is where you want to be, this is how you want to live, make sure you seek it. Don't give up, people. Don't just settle. Don't, please. Settling is crazy. It's not good. It doesn't make you feel good. And I think that's what I almost did, because I felt like, what opportunity I'm going to have again to be in a great relationship. And it wasn't all that. It's great. It's messy. Toxic. Yeah, I said it. Think about it. When you think about it, ups and downs, different things, not good at all. Not good at all. Whew. Let me I'll give you all the scenery. So where I'm at so you can see. Whew. Y'all see that? I love this park. This area. It's like a park, but it's a rec center over here. So anyway, look at that. Did y'all hear those birds? They get it. This is so pretty. Y'all hear that? Those birds. And all this green. Look at all that greenery. Beautiful, right? Yeah. So guys, I'm not going to overcook you guys' grits. I just had to, bring this video out so you guys can really see or talk about, moving, elevation, staying the same, settling, looking for new occupations. Things will pay you more money so you won't have to penny pinch forever, ever. Not taking 2 or 3 jobs, but finding that right positioning where you're making the monies that you need to make. And then you can have additional business, a small business, a couple of things you do without draining yourself, right? All right. So guys, I hope you are having an amazing day. I hope that you will have an amazing day. And I hope this video serves as a reminder that you are amazing. You are loved by God. You are chosen by God. You are protected by God. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment shall be condemned. Yeah, I am a champion. You're a champion. I am a champion. You are happy. You are loved. You are beautiful. You are great. And I want to say, don't let anyone ever make you feel less than who you are. Because when God chose you to come into this world, he chose a mighty and powerful warrior for him. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great, great day. And remember, nobody can do it like you do it. Even though people might think they try it. Nobody can. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Hey, like, comment, and share. Bye.